Fluid mechanics. This is one of the very important subject in civil engineering and mechanical engineering. And when it comes to fluid mechanics, one of the very important concept, that is pressure. And exactly the problem will start now. Because when you are talking about pressure, then we always used to get confused between gauge pressure, vacuum pressure, atmospheric pressure, and absolute pressure. People always used to get confused between what exactly gauge pressure, what exactly vacuum pressure, and so on. And if you stuck with the basic, then fluid mechanics will be the toughest subject for you. But if you understand exactly what actually the difference between these, or what exactly the logic behind this, then fluid mechanics will be the easiest subject of your engineering. So today we are just going to clear the basic confusion between these terms. I will give you a very interesting example, and we will try to relate this example with actual concept. This example is not perfect example, but it will help you to visualize things in different perspective. So without wasting further time, we will start our discussion. We will take an example of your classroom. Okay, if you have noticed carefully, every classroom will have at least one chotu. Okay, at the same time, every classroom will have at least one lambu. So this is chotu and this is lambu, right? For next 5 to 6 minutes or for next 10 minutes, assume you are the monitor of the class. This is, you are the monitor of the class. As you are being the monitor of the class, so you will be considered as our reference. So this is our reference. So for further discussion, you will be at the reference. Okay. We will assume the height of this chotu is 152 centimeter, your height being 172 centimeter, and the height of lambu is 182 centimeter, right? And your task is to measure the heights of the students. So listen carefully now. The actual height measured from the datum, see carefully, listen. The actual height measured from the datum, this is your datum, right? As you all are standing on the ground, so this is your datum. So the actual height measured from the datum is your absolute height. This is your absolute height. So the absolute height of chotu will become 152 centimeter. That's it. If you go by this, absolute height of you will become 172 centimeter, right? This is your absolute height. And again, the absolute height of this lambu will become 182 centimeter, because we have measured from datum and these are the actual heights. So we call these heights are absolute height. Okay, listen carefully. As you are being the reference, so the reference height will be 172 centimeter. Simply it is 172 centimeter is our reference height. Okay, so this is our reference height. Fine. Now you have calculated the height of lambu with respect to datum, but what if I ask you to calculate or to measure the height of lambu with respect to this reference? Listen carefully. Now you will simply say a positive extra height, a positive extra height from the reference is nothing but your gauge height. Okay, so simply it will become 10 centimeter, isn't it? Basically, it is the difference between the absolute height and the reference height, that is 10 centimeter. So this is nothing but 10 centimeter more than the reference height, that is 172. So it will become 182. So gauge height is nothing but the positive extra height from the reference height is called as the gauge height of Lambu. Okay. Similarly, if we go by this, if I want to calculate the height of Chotu with respect to reference, it will become the difference here, and this difference we call as vacuum height, and this vacuum height will be 20 less than the absolute height or the reference height, isn't it? Why I have calculated gauge heights and vacuum heights? Because the height of Lambu is more than the reference height, but at the same time the height of Chotu is less than the reference height. Okay, so it is 10 more than the reference and it is 20 less than the reference. This is the simple logic behind this vacuum and gauge. Now we will introduce, okay, wait, now if I ask you what is the absolute height of Lambu, you will say 182 centimeter. But what is the gauge height of this Lambu? You will say 10 centimeter. Simply. What is the absolute height of Chotu? You will say 152 centimeter. But what is the vacuum height of this Chotu? You will say 20 centimeter simply. Now we will introduce our concept here and we'll try to analyze things about what exactly gauge pressure and what exactly vacuum pressure here. Now you must have cleared everything, almost you have cleared everything. So what I will do here, simply I will just rub this Chotu U and Lambu. Okay, simply what I will do, I will take this point. This is point A, this is your point B, and this is your point C. So these heights will consider as our pressure. As we know, pressure will have a unit of pascals. So simply we will rewrite these heights in pressure term. So this is 152 Pascal. Listen carefully, you will understand everything. 172 Pascal and 182 Pascals. Okay, so these are 3 points. We have 3 points here with different pressures, right? And as our point B, as being the reference here, listen carefully, as point B is our reference point, so whatever the pressure at this point, that is the absolute pressure, we have considering the absolute pressure here, that is 172 Pascal, as this is our reference point. The atmosphere is our reference here. The absolute pressure at point B is nothing but the atmospheric pressure, because we have considered our atmosphere as our reference here. So here P absolute will become P atmospheric pressure. That's it. This is the simple, this is very simple. Absolute pressure at point B is 172 centimeter and point B is being the reference here and our reference is atmospheric pressure. So simply at point B, absolute pressure will be atmospheric pressure. Very good. And now listen carefully. The absolute pressure at point C will be 182 Pascals. This is your absolute pressure. Similarly, if I ask you to calculate the pressure at point C with respect to the atmosphere or with respect to the reference, so simply you will say it is 10 Pascals. Because pressure at point C is 10 pascals more than the atmospheric pressure or the absolute pressure at point B, that is our reference. So simply at point C, the gauge pressure will be 10 pascals. If you go by this, at point A, the absolute pressure will be 152 pascals, while the vacuum pressure will be 20 less than the atmospheric pressure or the absolute pressure at point B. So vacuum pressure here will be 20 pascals. If I ask you what is the pressure, what is the absolute pressure at point C, you will simply say 182 pascals. But if I ask you what is the gauge pressure at point C, you will say 10 pascals. Similarly, if I ask you what is the absolute pressure at point A, you will say 152 pascals. And what is the vacuum pressure at point A, you will say simply 20 pascals. Because the pressure at point C is more than the atmospheric pressure, that is the reference pressure, and pressure at point A is less than the atmospheric pressure or the reference pressure. Okay, so this is exactly what our logic behind gauge pressure and vacuum pressure. If we go by this, I can simply write here that P absolute, this P absolute will be P atmospheric plus P gauge, isn't it? Simply P absolute is equal to P atmospheric plus P gauge, that is 182 is equal to 172, that is P atmospheric pressure plus gauge pressure, right? Similarly here, P absolute, that is P absolute will be P atmospheric, this P atmospheric minus P vacuum, that is vacuum pressure, right? That is simply you can write 152 is equal to 172 minus 20. If I want to calculate what exactly the vacuum pressure, it will become P atmospheric minus P absolute, right? I am just rearranging the terms here. Similarly, P gauge will become P absolute minus P atmospheric, right? It is very simple. One more thing, if I ask you to what is the absolute pressure of point B, you will simply say atmospheric pressure. But if I ask you what is the gauge pressure at point B, as what is the gauge pressure of point B, so simply the gauge pressure of point B is 0. Why? Because as this is being the reference, so both absolute pressure and atmospheric pressure are same. So P gauge, that is absolute pressure and atmospheric pressure being same, the gauge pressure will be 0. That is the reason why at point B the gauge pressure will be 0. Similarly, if we go by this, at the point B, P vacuum will also be 0. Why? Because vacuum pressure is nothing but atmospheric pressure and minus absolute pressure, and at point B absolute pressure and atmospheric pressure are same. So simply at point B gauge pressure and vacuum pressure are 0. So I hope guys you have now understood the exact what is difference between gauge pressure, vacuum pressure, absolute pressure and atmospheric pressure. Wait, I have something for you. So yes, I tried to manipulate things with the help of these minions. So I think this will help you to again visualize things in more better way. So you can pause the video here, and yes, you can pause the video here and take a screenshot of these minions so that you can clearly understand what exactly the difference between gauge and vacuum and so on. So that's it from these pressure terms. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you like the video, share with your friends, subscribe to our channel, hit that bell icon. You will get notified whenever we come with such interesting stories to learn the subject with better understanding. Thank you so much.